we've got both players from Slayers MMA versus Sleep MMA taking game number 1. And now we are going into Shattered Temple. Thanks for joining us here in Atlantic City. We're in the C-Max for IPL 3 Origins. Who's been here all 3 days? All right. Are you ready, Apollo? Game 2 here in the north position, our red Zerg. He is Slayer's Sleep. The one Zerg fan out there, all right. Let's try this, see how many Terrans we got playing. The blue Terran in the south position from Slayers as well. It's MMA. MMA also one of the cutest Korean players as well.
He is.
Don't know if you knew that.
He is. I think he needs to go to Puma and be like, this is how you do your hair. Because it's like real
hair battle.
Hair battle.
I'm on to that. So cross positions here, and in the grand scheme of what Sleep may have been hoping for, I wonder if cross positions also equates into that. You know, I could see where, okay, close by air gives me this advantage, cross position gives me this advantage. Now he's got to determine where he's at and go from there. But
it's an interesting location for this overload. Look how smart he is playing here. He's actually sent, you always see the first overload go to the right.
Right.
And he knows that, okay, there's no close by ground, so I'm not going to lose this overload really early. That he can definitely go all the way across and get absolutely fantastic position. And that's the problem on, I mean, Zerg players love large maps. They're like, yeah, it's really difficult. It's really long time for you to get to me. I've got excellent reaction times. But it's really difficult to scout. It's really difficult to get overlords in position because it's a long way to get there and your overlords are in danger. So he sent his first overlord all the way there and it's going to get there in time. If he'd sent the second one, that would have got sniped because that would have not even been close.
yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. The other great thing about it is that we saw earlier the timing of some of these players as they go, okay, right now, if he's spawning cross positions, I should see his overlord. I'm going to check. Yep, there it is. If you decide to go to the south first and then send it close by air, sometimes they'll just miss it, frankly. You might scout your opponent a little bit later, but in this position, it works out quite nicely for Sleep because he will have an overlord in a remarkable position here in the middle. As you can see, he might even going to take it beyond the line and then back here up on the cliff, which is a great place to have vision.
And just thinking of the map choice again for Sleep, this map is really open in the center of the map. There's a lot of ground surface area for Sleep to get in with flank attacks, you know, attacking multiple different areas. And compared to a map like Shakir's Plateau, it's very filtered, very channeled. So that may be a reason why he chose it. He is going to get the factory scout here. He sees there is no reactor. So, well, actually, he did see that. Yeah, he did see that picking up. So he knows something's going to be thrown down there very, very shortly. But it may just be a fake.
It might be. That's actually a great point as well. And he is going to throw it down. I think he feels like he has to show something. And he blocks this thrown in. We'll see if it will continue to be a fake or if he's going to go with it. And the reactor is there. I think he's going to go ahead and stick with that. The hatchery now down for Sleep. And he's also getting his speed as well.
And he's not building lings again. It's really unique. I've never actually seen this happen before where a player neglects building lings right off the bat. Because usually they want to feel comfortable with the Xel'Naga Tower range. They want to, you know, be comfortable of what's been added onto the front of the ramp and so on. So, and at the same time, he's feeling very comfortable with like, right, every Terran player plays the same. I don't really need links straight away. I want to get that extra drone in instead.
And I mean, to counter that, he did decide to put down this blind spine crawler a little bit earlier. And, you know, you could call it blind, but he did see everything going on in the base. I think that probably his line of thinking was like, well, I'm going to get this up no matter what. This is going to get up before any potential Hellion can come in. And then I'll follow up my links behind that, also giving him the advantage of having speed links the moment that one of them pops from that larva. And he is going to get his first set out here. And now we've got 8 on the way. So he should be sitting in pretty good position, already having that one spine crawler up. He's also just checking on the sides over here, make sure everything is okay. Ling is going to chase one Hellion away from the middle of the map, and that Overlord has now also put himself in a great little position. So look at the type of information that Sleep is getting right here. He sees the command center going up, etc. And the Ling's now working on the rocks for a potential quick third.
Yeah, Yeah, it's a really good location, and the layer is relatively late, actually. It looks like he's just going to play for a fast third base here, so maybe Roach, Ling, Baneling, and Festa kind of style. And you can see he's really pushing his drones, and this is interesting play. I mean, he's definitely going to be taking the third base now. The timing of the delay is well over. The evolution chamber, though, has to be hit down. He has to have that so he can continue with upgrades. And I think we're going to be seeing a rather different style from Sleep.
Double, yeah. I mean, there are so many Hellions coming out right now. I mean, his numbers are going to be incredibly high with just the one spine crawler. I mean, these Lings are going to get fried.
He's in a lot of danger. You need a Roach Warren with this. You need a lot more Lings.
It's spotted, though. Yeah. He didn't kill that Ling, so he's going to know that it's coming. There is going to be another spine crawler thrown down there, but will it be too little too late? We have a block by the Queen. Looks like they might be able to get a few hits off here. If they take out that Queen and there is an easy route into the main, it could be very, very scary and possible quick victory, but a lot of Lings coming out. They're going to go for the surround here, and a few Hellions do manage to go down, but now out of the range of the spine crawler. Second spine crawler on the way. Both of these Queens may go down as more Hellions are reinforcing, and if they take out these Queens, they're going to have free reign all over this base, and there they're going to start to go. More Lings on the way, but they have no surface area in order to attack, and MMA just frankly makes a ton of Hellions and may be able to end it right here.
Yeah, I mean, he could eventually he'll be able to snipe the hat trick if he stays there forever, but the Lings are getting more and more out. He should just pick up a spine crawl and go put him. Okay, he's doing it now. He should definitely put them down. He may get the evolution chamber to cancel the upgrade on this, but more Hellions are coming out. He is transitioning out of it, getting stim and so on, but we are going to see Lings go in very, very shortly.
Oh no, he leaves his front door wide open, and that means 4 Hellions into the base. The spine crawls are done, but it may not matter. Most of the drones here inside the main, they're going to set themselves up. They aren't Blue Flame. That might be the only thing that's saving him, and he cleans up everything, but there's no reaction here.
25 drones have gone down so far, and more are on the menu. 29, 30, 31. 31 drones is down to 25 versus 40 SCVs. And once more, MMA is going to be controlling this game.
I just don't know what happened there. The front door was at least somewhat reinforced. He did move the spine crawlers, but he moved everything over here to the corner, give himself some room to work with. But when he did that, 4 Hellions waltzing in and just having their own little party inside the Zerg base. Apparently no one invited the Zerg, and it was not good at all. I mean, he can continue to push, and any additional damage he does here, Apollo, is just so devastating.
Yeah, and basically MMA, at this point of the game, you have 2 decisions. You go with a very strong timing attack, or you go ahead and just ignore the fact that there's a Zerg on the map, and you just play your own game, you take your third, and then you just hit with a super strong mid-game attack. So that's probably what we're going to see. And as you see, the third command center has gone down now. He's got double factories. He's going to start the tank production very, very shortly here. I'd be surprised if he did do Blue Flame, but he's not. He has gone double factories. Starport's up as well. Map control is in his favor. He's killing creep tumors. MMA can literally build whatever he wants right now. He is just so far ahead.
Yeah, now we've got Marines. They do have Stim. +1 is on the way. There we see some Banelings being morphed. Easy target there for the Baneling nest. He's trying to move some Marines up there to get the additional damage going, and the Baneling speed starts, and this is going to be incredibly hard to attack here, and it looks like, I mean, he's got to attack before that Baneling nest goes down. He's got to force the damage off of there. Oh, he doesn't move anything! And the Banelings get the best of that, and MMA maybe not really paying attention. No, he doesn't get the Baneling nest, and he loses such a large portion of his force.
Well, I said MMA could do whatever he wants, but that was not one, because now he's quite far behind. Well, not behind, but he's lost his advantage, and things are starting to equal up now. The fact that the 3 hatcheries up, he can very well build a lot of drones with all these love jets. He's easily back at 50 now versus 57. And the Spire is now on its way. And when you have 3 bases like this, the Spire actually becomes really dangerous because you're able to get 6 gases compared to 4. Therefore, the Mutalisk count is going to be a lot higher than usual. And I think that MMA is going to be trying to hit a timing attack. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw down a scan and was like, all right, you're at layer now. If you're going to go Spire, it's going to be coming down around 1430. Let's try to do this.
And we've got some Lings going out, just trying to get some additional map control. Hellions are going to move around. Oh, 1 Hellion is going to go down, attempt to get that surround. And no, actually, both of them do survive. Looking very, very low, but now over in the middle, look at the third base, looking pretty good for Sleep. And despite losing so many workers early on, still 31 lost. He seems to be making a comeback here. He is just behind a little bit, but here's that inevitable
15,
attack.
16 drones in production as this moves out.
No.
He's lost that cycle. And he's going to have a good economy, of course, but will he be able to hold this push? I mean, Scan's going to go down, get rid of all the creep, maybe a counterattack, maybe an option, but he just does not have the numbers, DJ Weed.
No, he doesn't, and I'm also not sure if he's got the Banelings at this point. We do have quite a few Banelings. They do have speed now. The tanks are sieged up in the back. Both those spine crawlers go down. No more Banelings, though, as the nest that was used as a wall to try to keep Hellions out of the main is down. And that means that these are going to be the most important Banelings that Sleep has ever used, because if they do not connect here on properly for an attack, then he is out of this tournament and MMA will be moving on. We now have the one Viking out, and here we go as they move forward. Oh, the Banelings get in range of the siege tank, and MMA in a great position.
10 Mulish are about to pop, though, and the Marines are at 1-0. There's a medivac here. I'm not sure that's even enough, to be honest. 118 supply versus 145. Mulish go down straight away. There's a Viking in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking rough, and here they're going forward again, but they don't even realize what is behind all. Actually, they do, because he's on the creep, and so he's got vision everything. So, I mean, it's like, it's a tough decision, right? When do you attack? When's going to be the right time? You wait for your mutas, you go in, and he's going for it. He's going to try to trap these Marines, not let them get closer. A few of them do go out, but the Banelings are pretty much done for. They're gone. We will stop this drop into the main, but it doesn't even have enough mutas here. It looks like he will clean this up, and he's going to have like 1 or 2 left.
Wave 2 arrives, though. 1-1 upgrades, a lot of Marines. Yep. There are 20 Lings in production, so that may be an opportunity, but the tanks are in great position. Look at the radius of them, almost touching the hatchery, but they are undefended. If the Mulish are killing the tanks.
Yeah, he's got to move those Marines back, and he does. But really, I mean, he took out the natural. If he pushes forward anymore, leaving those open, wide open yet again. If he pushes forward anymore, it really, really worries me for Sleep here that the Spire sitting right there. That could be another very, very easy and beneficial snipe coming out for MMA.
And right now, MMA's adding on 3 more barracks. The Ghost Academy, a 4th base as well, a 5th base. He's taking the mickey, as we say in England.
I have no idea what that means, Apollo.
Nobody else
Nobody does.
Everybody in England at 3 a.m. is laughing, but
I don't think that's real, buddy. I think you're just making up words now. No, I'm just kidding. All right, the mute is there desperately trying to just control, do anything they possibly can here. This base is going back down. 5 Banelings now back into production, but you know, this is a chokehold from MMA, and how appropriate that his name sort of demonstrates what he is doing here against his opponent, as pretty much has Sleep like rolling around on the wrestling mat, just like flailing his arms as wildly as he can. He is going to stop this from going down, but really that's one base of attention. And look, he's just going to push forward, and it's not going to matter. He's got the tank sieged on the low ground. So many Marines here. Medevac's getting up as well, and it looks like he's going to have to use the Banelings on the tanks. And there it is. GG. MMA advances.
MMA advances, and that's lining up for a pretty cool round of 8 match. That will be MMA versus Puma. That's going to be a good one for tomorrow. That's a good match.
That will be.